guys, I sure come at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Sending some positive vibes your way. I am giddy with excitement. Hopefully some of that rubs off on you guys today because we're gonna do it all over again. I really love this video format. I'm kind of sad that it's gonna end here. I would rank the rares, the worst 20 rares, but frankly, I don't know. There's a lot of bad rares in the game. I'm not sure how exciting that is. I don't know if I would be interested in watching a worst 20 rares video. Anyway, you guys can go ahead and let me know in the comments. But we did 6 days ago the 20 worst legendaries ranked from 20 to 1. And then we did the 20 worst epics ranked 20 to 1, okay? And just like we did last time in the I Was Wrong video, today I'm gonna go through some of your comments. I picked out the 6 champions, well, 5.5 champions that you guys were mad at me about. You guys were angry. Some of you guys more vitriolic, maybe a little bit more mean-spirited.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Come on, man. It's just a video game. But I love it. I love the passion, honestly, guys. That's why I love making videos like this. So I'm either going to change my mind on these champions, right? Or I'm going to kind of ride the fence and I'm going to actually max these champions and make another follow-up video just like I did with Noble. So I made a follow-up video with Noble and Fortis that I released just a day or two ago here. And I got to say, man, that was such a fun video. Dude, that fear team with Fortis and Noble, I loved it. I loved it. Anyway, I digress. We're going to do the same thing here today. I'm going to defend my stance on the champions that I still, despite all your comments, I'm still going to hold my ground on. So let's start with the most crazy, with all due respect, the most crazy comments that I saw getting mad at me because Dark Kale was not on the list. Dark Kale was not on the list of 20 worst champions.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, you heard that right. Let's go ahead and pull up the comments. Mr. Scottish Demon, and you, sir, you are a demon, man. Should have had Dark Kale on the list because I hate Kale with a passion due to the sheer favoritism by the fans. First of all, favoritism, it's not with a U, man. It's not with a U, okay? Favoritism by the fans for him just because of his kit. Wait a second here. His design is possibly one of the worst in the game too. Are you talking about his aesthetic design? I hope so. First of all, I like his aesthetic design. Beauty is in the eye of the proverbial beholder, right? And then you hate him with a passion due to his favoritism by the fans just because of his kit. By the fans for him just because of his hit. Oh, so you're saying that the fans of the game like him because he's good? You're making my point, man. All right, okay, if that one was borderline. I saw that comment, Mr. Scottish Demon, and I was like, all right, this Scottish Demon's just having a bad day. And then I see this comment. Armin Abdul, wait, I'm blocking the comment. Hear me out here. Oh, when it starts with hear me out here, you know it's not going to be good. Dark Kale is probably one of the most overrated champions because all you YouTubers constantly suck up to Plarium on every Doom Tower champion. What? I'm always complaining about the Doom Tower champions, man. Not Dark Kale, though. If you actually look at his abilities, he's underwhelming. His poisons on his third ability are not AoE, and nobody uses single target poisons anymore. He is useless and deals no damage in the arena. He might not be one of the 20 worst, but he definitely deserves to be the #1 most overrated. Oh my God, man. I'm standing my ground. This is an easy one. I'm sorry, Armin Abdul and Scottish Demon, you Dark Kale haters. Do I really have to do this? I'm not going to spend too much time because I'm starting to think, I'm just going to be real with you guys. I'm starting to think these people might be trolling me. I mean, come on, you really pick one of the best, One of the best champions out there? First of all, he looks cool, man. He looks cool. He's got instant activations on a triple hitter on the A1. He's got an AoE, increase the duration of all debuffs, a decreased attack. He's got not 1, not 2, but 3 poisons. Poison sensitivity. Oh, only on a single target, sorry. And then he has the decreased crit rate. I'm sorry. I'll give this disclaimer one time. I'm only going to give it one time. I don't mean no disrespect when I'm going at you guys. I appreciate all my viewers, whether you agree or disagree with me. It's just a video game. But of course, I'm going to get amped up here. I'm defending my guys, right? In this case, Dart, one of the best champions in the game. What are you talking about? You guys crazy. And I will say this, right? And this applies especially to all the other champions. And I said it before, but like beauty is really in the eye of the beholder in this game, right? Not everybody has every champion. So part of the allure, who's another great champion that's not, you guys didn't complain about. Part of the allure of this game is to actually making some lemonade out of lemons, to actually getting some utility out of these bad champions. So, you know, I grant you that, absolutely. Anyway, let's go on to the next champion, guys. All right, guys, spoiler alert, the number one worst champion was Relic Keeper, right? I'm not a big fan. I don't think a 25-second campaign farmer is anything special at all. But boy, did you guys let me have it on Relic Keeper. Holy moly. From a new person's perspective, who didn't spend a dime for like 2 years, Relic Keeper was my main campaign farmer. And yes, Arena. I used him everywhere in lifesteal crit rate. This guy can smack. He's a tank that can carry me into the upper levels. We get the next guy, Marine Lean. As a new player, I face the occasional Relic Keeper and tag team, and they're often troublesome, because early game accounts primarily have worked their starter on maybe Rhonda, which are magic, okay? Fair point there. I thought Relic Keeper was good and relentless, but he's slow. Ignore the haters, Ash. Oh, thank you, Ratso Love. I kind of stuck in a supportive comment, my bad. Ty says, Ash, you really hate you. I think his hate reflect damage. Guys in my clan love Relic Keeper. Supposedly can farm campaign nightmare. If you build him right, he's really good. Fully booked with the right gear and all his scrolls, and he hits like a ton of bricks. We get, I personally feel attacked. Relic Keeper is my main guy, says Entroper. I haven't played in a long time and came back because I found your videos 2 years ago. This dude helped me in the arena and campaign so damn much. My boy, RK. Die-Steen8 says, Relic Keeper was my main camp farmer back in the day. He's the only champion that I could get to solo Brutal 12-3. We have... to be honest, Relic Keeper was kind of a big deal back when the game came out. You're noticing this theme. Relic Keeper hits hard, says Benjamin Fitzgerald as well. We have Seth Bain. I use Relic Keeper campaign farmer until I got Fellhound. Farming 12-6 works a lot better. I can get 21 seconds. You can get for 100k between the attack up aura and Venus debuffs. Well, you put anybody with Venus debuffs, they can hit like a truck, right? Rumi Chalice says, Relic Keeper is good for progressing in campaign. You guys get the theme. Daniel, I love Relic Keeper. We get I am a botto bro. I aimbotting bro. Sorry.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
What? I played when Hoarding was released, and I used Relic Keeper in Hoarding, and they carry me so far, and I love them. And Anti-V Kid says, oh, okay, we're on to Rain Beast. We're good, right? Okay, there was only 2 people that disagree with Rain Beast, and he doesn't make the list here. But anyway, I will say this. Whoa! There was like 30 Relic Keeper fans. The card-carrying Relic Keeper fan club, you guys let me have it. You tried to cancel me off YouTube and everything. So is Relic Keeper any good? He has a 3.75 multiplier on his A1. He attacks one enemy, grants an extra turn if the target is killed, and brings a weak version of increased attack on himself on a 4-turn cooldown with an extra turn. Oh man, this is a weird one, guys. I'm just gonna be real with you. Yeah, I guess Relic Keeper in the very beginning of the game could be serviceable for some people. I stand by my argument on Relic Keeper. I'm sorry to the fan club out there. I'm sorry. The thing is I keep coming back to on Relic Keeper is sure, like he can be a 20, 30 second whatever campaign farmer. I guess he could be annoying in very early arena. You know, to me, I would argue starting champions would be a way better nuker option in starting arena. I hear the Force Affinity. I'll grant you that. Maybe he shouldn't have been number 1. That's the farthest I'll go. Because for me, it always comes back to, like, forget Fellhound. Like, you could literally get Saurus. Where the heck is he?
I'm not here. Do you hear me? I mean, you don't because I'm not here.
Oh, my bad. He's an uncommon, Ash. You could get an uncommon champion from a mystery shard who, you know, without good gear, without fully booking, without all that baloney, like he can farm in like 8 seconds campaign, you know? So Come on, dude. I stand by Relic Keeper. Keep on hating. All right, guys, next on the list is going to be Missionary. Now, you guys were very angry that I did not put him on my top 20 worst epic champions. First, let's look to see what he does. Sacred Order Epic Force Affinity. He's an HP-based champion. He has a stun at a 35% clip on his A1. Meh. On his A2, in the thick, attacks one enemy, has a 75% provoke, 100% and for one turn and a decreased attack if this champion's current HP is higher than the target's current HP. Meh. His A3, though, this is the reason I didn't put him on the list, right? Sometimes all you need is one really good ability to be not a great champion. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying Missionary is great, but Humble the Faithless. Attack one enemy, decrease the target's turn meter by 50% on a 3-turn cooldown. Has a 100% chance of placing a heal reduction for 2 turns. Has a 100% when both placing a decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. So a 50% turn meter reduction on a 3-turn, a decreased speed, big version on a 3-turn cooldown, heal reduction on a 3-turn cooldown, and an HP-based champion who's pretty tanky. For me, I'll give him like, I don't know, a C. C minus maybe. But for me, he just didn't make the cut for one of the worst champions in the game. Furthermore, he has HP in dungeons by 33%, a great dungeon aura that he's bringing to your team. Is he a champion that I would invest into 6 stars? No. But is he a champion that I would, if you needed turn meter, you could do a lot worse, I feel like, against a boss, right? Maybe? Decreased speed, turn meter reduction? I don't know, guys. I think that A3 is a lot better than Relic Keeper. Sorry to keep taking digs on Relic Keeper. But you guys, you disagreed with me. You disagree. Fredwick Armistat says, this guy puts Bone Keeper on the list, but leaves off Missionary? Are you on crack? Whew. Guys, be easy on me, man. I'm sensitive. Kevin, come on, Ash. Do you even play this game? Missionary is easily the #1 worst epic champion. He didn't even make your list. Yet you give hate to champions like Relic Keeper, who literally carries most early game players' entire accounts? Disappointed. Whew. Man, dude, do I even play this game? Rhino, at least he's nice about it. Surprised Missionary isn't on the list. Okay. Jill Castile, you forgot Missionary, and everybody hates Missionary. Barely contained giggles. Fair enough, I see your point. Those are the Missionary fan club. So I don't know, guys. What do you think about Missionary? I hate to say it again, but I'm standing my ground. I don't think that Missionary, because of that A3, I mean, like, listen, that's a really good A3 to me. That's a really good A3. He's a very one-dimensional champion, but again, for me, if you have at least one dimension where you can have some utility that's, value over replacement, to me is pretty good. And unlike Relic Keeper, again, I'm just really pushing it here. I'm gonna get so many dislikes on this video.
I hope you drown in a tub! I hope you have aneurysm after aneurysm after aneurysm!
But honestly, guys, unlike Relic Keeper, there's not an uncommon who can do what he can 10 times better. Next up is Hexia, guys. Hexia. Hexia is good with Gerb Tuck, says Lady Rose. We have Martha, says, I use Hexia for a long time. She actually hits pretty hard, or she hits pretty hard, actually. Pity she does not have any AoE, but hey, she's not bad overall. Also, after 2 years, I realized she has a braid over her shoulder, and I was certain she was rocking a buzz cut. We'll take a look at her in just a moment here. Oliver Parr says, I don't agree with Hexia. She can be a solid single target nuker if you have no better, and she smacks. We have Callendale says, I'm thinking about Hexia Gerbtuck combo, another Hexia Gerbtuck. But yeah, she probably needs better gear than I can manage anytime soon. Adro was really important. Adro was another champion I had on the list. The only one I kind of disagree with, says B13, is Hexia. But she is the definition of glass cannon. Needs a ton of speed, 100% crit rate, 200% crit damage, but can be a heavy hitter or a hitter quitter. But has to be one hitter quitter. One hitter quitter? These kids nowadays, I can't follow the terminology. But I have to say, she's been power crept hardcore. 2 years ago, she was a fun, legit, but now you're right. Okay, Hexia, that doesn't bring the hex, says Joel. So a little bit of commentary there. I disagree on My Escort. My Escort hates Missionary, too.
Unsubscribe.
Sorry. I disagree on Hexia, Balthus, Bone Keeper, and just a bit on Bushy. Hexia, probably not Rotos, but great multiplier, self-attack buff, self-healing, extra turn mechanic if you build her well, extra turn is substantially guaranteed. She is capable of a great amount of damage. Okay, Okay, okay. What are her multipliers? A 3.2 attack on the A1, a 5.3 on the A2, grants an extra turn if the attack kills an enemy with increased attack, and a 5.5 attack multiplier on the A3. What is this braid that we're talking about here? Oh, there's the braid right there. There's the braid. So, okay, let's see. Was I wrong on this champ? She is glass, that's for sure. 14k, 793. Decreased defense on the A1. Attack one enemy. Grants an extra turn. Places an increased attack on that one. Wait. Damage increased by 7.5 for each debuff on this champion. I don't like that part of it. I remember saying that. But we do bring increased speed and another hard hitter on a 3-turn cooldown. You know what, guys? Hexia, I'm going to ride the fence, and I'm actually going to max her out. I'm going to max her out. I have her, but I have not play tested Hexia. I just was never intrigued with her kit. So you know what? You don't know until you try. I'm going to try her out, and I'm going to make a follow-up video similar to the Noble video that I did and Fortis, and we'll give her a shot. I'm going to pair her with another champion who we're going to talk about right now. All right, guys, so next up, we got Delver. All right, attack one enemy, we get a 45% chance of a heal reduction on the A1. We get Mark of Death, attacks one enemy, a weaken for 3 turns if the target is under decreased defense. And on the finisher, attacks all enemies, increase attack on this champion before attacking. Also, 50% chance of placing a decreased defense on the target for 2 turns before attacking on finisher. Damn. Why did I put her on the list? Sounds like a pretty decent kit.
My opinion!
You guys were not happy about this one. Marley Wu says, hey there, Del was my first epic and I built her to level 60, fully booked, 100% crit rate, and a lot of accuracy. She helped me a lot of places. Until Coldheart, I didn't have a better heal reduction champion. I know her kit bring a lot of if this debuffs plays then, but it looks worse than it reads if you use her. I do not recommend her, of course. I wouldn't build her again if I had seen your vid months ago, but still, she's not that bad. Well, the last thing I want to do is prevent people from using a champion who you actually really like. Kind of sad to see Delver says the whole Anderson family survival crew. Sorry, guys. Sounds like a cool channel, though. I'm not sure if it's a real channel with the A, but anyway, she's a big part of my new account, and I'm running, and she was one of my first pulls. Haven't put too much into her, working well in the early game for the most part. Okay. Let's keep going here. I like Delver. She helped me in the Spirit Keep, 100% heal reduction when I didn't really have any other reliable champions. Okay. Man, I got Delver on one of my farms, and I love her. One I wish I had on my main. Okay. Delver's very good against Spider 20 when paired with Ghostborn because of her A2, always having guaranteed defense down, and Weaken helps consistent HP nukes damage for Septimus and Royal Guard with Gerbtuck, okay? Dylan McGregor says, I think a lot of popularity for Relic is a free-to-play player. You can get him rather easily. I absolutely stomp with Delver. Maybe it's because I did her masteries early on. Okay, this guy says, Ash, Delver has a big hit reduction on A1, 100%, but still, Fire Knight, she's useful. Okay, I can see the next video. Sergeant Toxic! Sergeant Toxic! I can see the next video already. I was wrong, Delver! Well, you called it, bro. You called it. Don't know why the hate on Delver. I reached plat with her. This is Exic Hydra. We have Ash Call Me Sentimental. Delver was the first epic I pulled in, and she by no means worse than something like Deathless, Barath, Chromac, Bloodfeather, Maeve, Karam, Lauren the Cutter. I like Lauren the Cutter, but we all have our C-tier epics that we like, right? Wait, Delver is still bad even after the buff? She got not a long time ago? Ash, Delver is amazing for early stages of Fire Knight. I respectfully disagree with this assessment. Should have added Dark Scottish Demon. All right, guys. All right. Guilty as charged. I'm also going to build Delver. I think that even more than Hexia, I think that you might be right on this A3. You might be right. I dogged on her for only having a 75% on a 4-turn cooldown decreased defense. I dogged on her, you know, for having a single target, but it can't be resisted on the weekend if they're under the decreased defense. So you know what? Maybe I was wrong on this one. Maybe I was wrong. I stood my ground on quite a few champions in this video, but on Delver, I think I was wrong. I don't think that she is a top 20 worst champion, but I am going to build her and try her out to see if I'm right about that. And the last but not least, guys, champion that you guys had the biggest issues with me, including on the list, is going to be Bone Keeper. So Spud, Mad About Gaming says Bone Keeper has a 10.6 multiplier. How is that not godlike when your base attack is godlike? Also, LOL, nice video, but you're wrong on the damage output on Bone Keeper and Hexia. Go watch Cold Brew's Hexia video. Okay, Spud. All right. Also, sorry, but Bone Keeper's A3 hits for 5.3, which would mean 2 hits would be 10.6. We get surprised if someone as hard hitting as Bone Keeper over someone like Drake or Snorting Thug. Ash, I'm with you on most of these, but you are wrong about Bone Keeper. She really has some of the highest single damage in the game. Check out Hades if you don't believe me. Yup, says Jason. She can do a lot of damage. Okay, guys. All right. On this one, on Bone Keeper, listen, I've never had a lot of respect for Bone Keeper. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. An attack-based orc, Force Affinity champion. She's got a decreased defense. She's got a deals extra crit damage on the A2, on the A3, extra hit, fills this champion's turn by 15% if you kill an enemy. I'll tell you what, guys, she's got a 5.3, so they're right. 10.6 if you add it up, right? Well, it's a 5.3 times 2. Not exactly 10.6, but I get where you're coming from. Let's freaking try her out. Let's max Bone Keeper 2. We're in the middle of a CVC at the time of this recording. So I'm going to max out all 3 of these champions. I'm going to give them a try, and we're going to actually see if I was right or wrong on these champions. I'm actually kind of looking forward to running Bone Keeper in the arena as well. Guys, listen, I want to thank you for all the feedback. Whether or not that I mentioned your comment, there were quite a few other champions. Not that many that got like a ton of comments that I saw in the first day of this video. But I'm sure there's a lot that I missed. Thank you so much for your feedback. Again, I'll end by saying the same thing that I kind of started with, that I respect and have so much admiration for you guys looking into these champions that are kind of lesser known or just lesser thought of, right? And trying to find and actually finding some utility for these champs. So guys, thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. And as always, take care, guys.